This is Ralph Irvin in the weight room at the Acosta Athletic Performance Training Center. This week for Football Friday, we take a look at Datone Jones and follow his long road back from a broken foot during fall training camp.
For me, getting back to the weight room was pretty easy because, while I was hurt and down, that was the only thing I was able to do was upper body lifting. So when I came back with the team, I was bigger and stronger than what I was before. And another thing was just the whole mental part, come back with the team, showing them that I wasn't down, you know what I mean? Showing them that I still had it in me to go out and compete. Some days I have to play it smart. Some days I go in there and lift all the weight in the world, but, some days you have to take it slowly and light, or else you'll re-injure yourself. But right now I'm just getting back into it, getting my flexibility back all around and just nursing all my injuries. So next year or in near spring ball, I'll be able to compete. You know what? Everyone to me has a chip on their shoulder. I could tell it might be a different story. It could be the same story. But as a leader, I got to push guys. But, every day me and Jeff Baca goes at it. I hear the young guys, Owa Cassius and Brandon Willis is throwing up very big numbers, AO, so it's a lot of guys, man. It's just everyone's out there competing right now.
Of course, the man in charge here in the weight room is UCLA's head athletic performance coach, Mike Lynn.
Datone's always been a big weight room guy. He understands the connection between what it is we do down here to being extremely successful out there on the playing field, being an outside or a defensive end player and having to be, extremely strong and powerful. By the time we started our off-season training, he was fully healed. So Datone was a little bit on a faster track in terms of his recovery. Even though we started with him fully healed at the beginning of the off-season, he had lost a lot of his training background. In season, we had to kind of work around his injury, so he didn't have that base that a lot of the other guys had starting the off-season. So we had to slow play it, and that's a lot of just kind of one-on-one conversations I have to have with guys like Datone and get them to understand the big picture that our big thing is it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. There's a starting point and there's a finishing point. Our finishing point is next August, going into camp and being at the optimal strength and power. Then doesn't need to happen the last week in January. It needs to happen in August and September of the following year. He's a competitive guy down the weight room, and just by nature, when you've got someone really competitive and really yearning to put more weight on the bar, it's just kind of contagious, So everybody around him wants to kind of stay with him, and he's a guy who'll come in early and watch the group before him and kind of see what they're doing weight wise, and razz them a little bit if he knows that he's going to do more weight the following workout.
As always, you get the best coverage of UCLA football right here, UCLABruins.com.